Hello there and welcome back to my channel. This is Darth Precious Metals and today we're going to talk about gold. So, what's going on? Gold is all-time high, on top of all-time high. So, are you ready to sell your gold? Because now you're going to make some money because it's all-time high and... Hold on a minute. That's not quite right. You don't sell your gold, even if it's all-time high, because it's a store of wealth. It's a generational wealth. You pass it on. So you don't sell it unless really something quite bad happened and you don't have any other solution at all. Right, hold on. Let's do this again. So gold, it's all-time high, on top of all-time high. So are you ready to buy more gold? Because hold on a minute. You don't buy gold when it's all-time high, on top of all-time high, because you're gonna spend a lot, and unless you are quite sure it's gonna go up, and then you have a fear of missing out, so you're gonna go and buy now because later it's gonna be more expensive. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'll see you after this intro and we're gonna have a chat about it. Gold is at all-time high. I'm quite sure some of you are really happy. Because if you're selling, surely you're gonna make some money. But what is really going on? Because to me, honestly, nothing makes sense. The rally in gold continues with prices hitting an all-time high, and there's room for it to rise more because central banks continue to purchase bullion in record amounts. I'll say that again, in record amounts. Apparently there's a lot of technical analysis out there that says prices could rise to $2,300 per ounce in the second half of 2024, especially because there's a backdrop of expectation that the US Federal Reserve could cut rates in the second half of 2024. So yeah, apparently this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. But what are you doing? Are you selling? Are you buying? Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not buying, but I've got this rule that I'm not allowed to stop buying, and that doesn't make any sense to you. Okay, I get it, but because I believe in gold, because I believe in its tremendous power, not just to be a store of value or of wealth, but to actually make some money. I look at gold as an investment. I know you've been told so many times. Gold is not an investment, it's just a savings account. Well, here I am, Darth Precious Metals, mark my word. No, it's not just a store of value. It can be an investment as well. There you go, I said it. And yeah, By the way, like I always said, you have the right to judge. You can tell me in the comments I was not right. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna take that as a serious comment and I'll take it in consideration. And you know, it's fine. It's okay. That's why we are here. But I'll give you a small example. Let me see. This. Very small example. £370 it was. I can tell you for a fact, okay? I paid for one sovereign £370 last year. That was postage included. Where did I got it from? The Silver Forum. Check it out yourself. You might be surprised. There are some good prices in there. So 370. Do you know how much is this today? I can name a few bullion sites, but trust me when I tell you, if you want to get a sovereign on even on some very cheap bullion sites, you know, very fair ones. Yeah, let's have a look. What's that? 412. Okay, that's one. I'm not gonna cherry pick this. I can look on other ones, but this is one of the cheapest that you can find in the market. Normal bullion, nothing special. 412.45. I had a look yesterday. At some point it was £415. So let's call it 410. I don't think you'll get it for 410, but if you do, brilliant. 370 to 410. That's £40. That's roughly a little bit more than 10% in about 8 months, just with this alone. Okay, right. Now you will say, well, you got lucky. Yeah, possibly I've got lucky. Okay, but when I bought it for 370, gold price for 1 gram was £48 last year at some point. Now is 54. No, it was 54 a long time ago. I think now we're looking at around 56. Let me just double check. We're looking for gold here. I think we're gonna look at the, yeah, £1,717 for 1 ounce. And if we're just gonna change that into grams, today we're looking at 55.23. So 48 pounds a gram 7-8 months ago to 55.23. That's a big jump. That's a big jump. That's £7 a gram. Now, okay, yeah, let's go back a little bit. So I said I have this rule. It might sound stupid to you, but I'm not allowed to stop buying gold because I made it for myself. That's my rule. No matter what, get some gold. I think there's no way we're gonna see, on the long term, don't get me wrong, I don't think we're gonna see the gold going down in the next 2, 3, 5, 10 years. Mainly, I truly believe it's gonna go up. Why? Because we keep printing. That's why. We just keep printing. We print a couple of trillions. Let me say that again. Trillions in the last couple of months. Because we cannot pay our debts anymore and we just need to print it out. So that bubble is keeps going up, and I've said this over this channel a few times now. So yeah, that keeps going up, up, up. It's inflating, and I can't see, really, I can't see how in the world gold is gonna get a lot cheaper on long term when we keep printing. Please, please, please keep that in mind. And by the way, if somebody asks you when is the best time to buy gold, the best time to buy gold, just like with everything else, is when you buy gold. That's the best time to buy gold. When is the best time to invest in S&P 500, in Nvidia, in you name it, Bitcoin? Is the moment you invest. That is it. If you go on a long term with this. So yeah, I know it's not easy, trust me. I know I'm showing you a lot of gold here, but I've made a lot of sacrifice to get here. Trust me when I tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ounces, 6 ounces, 7 ounces of gold, or whatever I have exposed here. It was not easy. I know what poor is. Okay? Trust me when I tell you. I know. I remember 5 years ago, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to talk to you. Okay? I remember 5 years ago, I was counting the pence. My missus was calling them the pink money. Yeah. We were counting them very closely, every 1 and 2p, because you had quite a few, and then you would get a loaf of bread for 1.35 pounds. And yeah, I couldn't afford to. You don't want to know how many times I went to work without a lunch, because, how would I put this? Because I didn't want to spend another £3 or £5 for a lunch. I saved them because I have a small boy, and once when I came back from work, he said, "Daddy, I want an ice cream," and I did not have the money. And I didn't want to be in that position again, ever. And since then, for quite a while, I didn't bought lunch to work. And I kept the money just in case my son says, "Oh, I want an ice cream," or "I want this, I want that," or whatever. Don't get me wrong, I'm not spoiling him, but it was just an ice cream, and I said, you know what, I don't want to be in that position anymore. That doesn't mean I'm going to buy him ice cream, because I know he's going to look at this in 20 years from now or whenever. I'm not going to buy you ice cream made every day. Don't worry about it. Actually, at some point, you're going to have to work for it. Yeah. Right. Anyway, I know what poor is. Trust me, I've been there. I've seen it with my own eyes. I felt it with my whole mind, soul, and brain. Okay? So I know. But educate yourself. I'm not here to give you financial advice. I can't give you any advice. I'm not that smart. I'm not, I just talk plainly, stupidly sincere and honest. Educate yourself, and at some point, I'm sure it will pay off. Don't just go to work and come home. Steal the skill. Look at your colleagues. See what are they doing. Steal the skill. Make yourself better. And then go out and work a little bit more, and then a little bit more. Don't be a slave of the system. Don't get me wrong. You don't need to do that. I get it. Don't think for a second. I don't know what you're thinking right now. Oh, you want me to go to work, be a slave of the system? Well, unfortunately, there's no other way to make money unless we work for it. That may be sitting home and investing and looking at the stock market 24/7 that still work. But in order to do that, you need to educate yourself. You need to learn the asset. You need to know about it. You need to know why was it invented. Why was this gold invented? What is his characteristics? What can he do? What cannot do? Right? Ask all those questions, because then that means work. You figure it out, you have a big chance to invest properly. And you don't need to rush. I said this over and over again. You know, you see all these coins, but I don't know if you can. I'm gonna try and zoom in. Right there. If you see that coin, Edward, yeah, next to Victoria. Now that Edward is half a sovereign. I've got very fortunate, and I actually ordered one half a sovereign just yesterday, and I can show it to you a bit. Right, so as you can see, it looks a bit smaller than a full sovereign. So this is a full sovereign, this is half sovereign. But I've got lucky, because even when gold is all-time high, if you pay attention, you can get sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, if you pay attention, you can get gold at spot. And I just ordered from Silver Forum, from somebody, a half a sovereign, and I got it for £200, which is less than spot. Actually, that is less than spot, and I'm gonna pay £4 for delivery. So even with £204, because he's gonna pay the extra £3 for special delivery, the seller. That was the deal, and I really came out with £204 for one half a sovereign, and that is quite a very good price, I believe. So anyway, really, I'm next to spot, so you can find that. I think it's very important to have gold. It's very liquid. It's especially the sovereigns. We are so lucky we have the sovereigns. But going back to my rule, because gold is all-time high, and this is really what I wanted to stress out. I'm not allowed to stop, and I won't stop. It's all-time high, it's fine. Well, I'm not going to buy an ounce. I'm not going to afford it, honestly. I'm not. But I'll buy, just like I did yesterday, for this month, a half a sovereign. £200. It's fine. I've done something. I bought something. I'm happy. It's okay. Even if it's all-time high. All-time high, £55 something, whatever it is, a gram. Almost 4 grams of gold, so around 200. You get it actually on the spot. So that was a good deal. I think it was a very good deal, I believe. But yeah, I'm very annoyed because my phone doesn't want to stay properly. Come on, there you go. Right, so I put myself against this rule, with this rule. I'm never gonna stop. And when you're stacking gold for the long term, you need to understand one thing: spot doesn't matter, okay? Because you're gonna do this for a very, very long time, and at some point you're gonna catch up. All my gold, for example, that I bought last year, on average, I paid 52.5 per gram, but gold was 48 per gram. So I paid a bit of premium for different coins. Right, but if I would have to sell it today, so, you know, I bought everything at 52.5 average. Today, only spot it will give me 55. But plus a bit of premium, I would say I will end up selling for 56, possibly 57 pounds for 1 gram. So, yeah, I know it's like it sounds like I cherry picked this situation, but I did not. I just look at my spreadsheet and I made the math, and you know, whatever I bought this year, if I would have to sell it, what would I make? Well, from last year to this year, the gold obviously went up, so I'll make some money. But no, I'm not gonna sell. I'm not gonna sell. And also, I believe you need to sell your gold only and only if you really don't have other exit plan. But otherwise, not really. Not really. Why? Because, for example, the World Gold Council, global head of central banks, says that central banks who have bought historic levels of gold over the past 2 years, with all starting the end of pandemic and so on, continue to be strong buyers in 2024 as well. Well, I would say this: follow the banks. If the banks buys gold, I think we should buy as well, honestly. And the mystery sort of continues. Well, I say mystery, it doesn't make any sense, sort of, because not in the world we live in, because all these purchases have strengthened gold prices despite high interest rates in the last couple of years, and lately a stronger dollar, or at least that's what the market watchers are telling us. Higher rates obviously tends to reduce the appeal of gold compared with, well, bonds, for example, as gold does not pay any interest, while a stronger dollar erodes the sheen of greenback priced bullion for holders of other currencies. And we know historically, for example, in the past decade, we all seen it, Russia and China have been the two largest buyers. However, the number one country that bought the most gold last year, I can't remember if it was last year, I think it was last year, was Poland, because their central bank governor introduced in 2021 already a plan to buy 100 tons of gold in a bid to boost the country's financial security, obviously. Yeah, exactly, that's the word. Financial security when it comes to gold. I know it's boring. Gold is so boring. It doesn't do too many things. Every now and then it's excited, like now. All-time high, on top of all-time high. So, yeah. I don't know. Are you buying? Are you selling? I made a little joke at the beginning because, you don't sell your gold because there's enough reasons not to sell your gold, right? You don't buy gold in all-time high because, well, it's expensive. Why would you even but then FOMO comes in and you're thinking, you know what, let me just buy a little bit because I don't know what's going on. Well, yeah, okay. Or just buy every month, just buy every 2 months that half a sovereign, which is roughly 200 something pounds. Half a sovereign. You can't do it, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Buy a gram. Go with 1 gram. 55, 60, 65, 68. I don't know, let's call it 70 if you want to. 70 pounds. 1 gram. I don't have 1 gram. I don't believe in 1 gram. I don't like the 1 gram gold, but that's just me. Because the premium is insane on 1 gram gold. But rest assured, any gold is better than no gold. So don't worry that you're gonna buy 1 gram gold for, let's put a big number, 80 pounds. If that was the actual price, pretty much gold tends to keep its premium. So next year, 2 years, 3 years, that 1 gram, you're still gonna sell it at sort of whatever you pay for it, as in spot plus 15-20% sometimes, because it's a 1 grammer, so it comes with a lot of premium. But yeah, do that. If that's what you can do that. If that's not something you can do, well, you need to do it. How would I put this? In the last couple of years, I want to tell you, I've done a lot of savings and I started with my subscriptions. I cut off all my subscriptions. Prime, Netflix, something that I had with Microsoft Word and so on. £5, £7, £10, £12. You have no idea. You wouldn't say it's that much, but it is more than 1 gram a month, only for whatever, God knows what kind of subscriptions. And I know a lot of us, we need to have that fun, and but do we really need it? I didn't need it. I had Disney, I had Prime, I had Netflix, never had time to watch it. I was too tired. I was coming home from work, spend some time with your family, take care of your son and so on. And then it was 8-9 o'clock. Right, okay, we need to go to bed and keep it silent because we have a 5-year-old. So yeah, there you go. That was it. All I wanted to say is, really, even if it's all-time high, this time when it comes to gold, don't be afraid at all. Let me say that again. When it comes to gold, don't be afraid. I'm not going to turn into one of those guys that, oh, we will shot to the moon, just like, the guys from YouTube talking about silver. Oh, it's going to be 500 pounds, $600, 1 ounce in about a year. Or in the next, in the next 10 years, it will get there, get it now while it's cheap. No. No, no, no. I'm not implying any of that. I believe in the metal. I believe that actually it's an investment, not just a store of wealth. And I think in time it really is worth it. But yeah, how about you let me know in the comments? This would be really interesting actually to see what are people's opinion. It would be great if I would get a comment from every subscriber. Are you buying? Are you selling? You don't have any gold at all, but you're trying to save now to buy that grammar, to buy that half a sovereign, maybe a sovereign. Hey, if you a little bit better financially, good for you, go for 1 ounce. Yeah, that's it. That's it. But how about you let me know? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the new setup. I hope you like the chat. And please let me know in the comments, what are you doing? Gold at all time high. Are you buying? Are you selling? In the meantime, just like always, please do remember, may the gold stack be with you always.